Nothing gold can stay. We'll be old someday and waste our lives away, waiting for life to get better. Fold or play, we are not okay. We'll waste our lives away, waiting for life to get better.
Hi guys, we're in the awesome city of Valladolid, and if you come here, this city will impress you as much as it did me. This city has a lot of things to offer, like great monuments, a lot of churches, an amazing cathedral. The gastronomic offer is of pinchos and tapas, and they are all wonderful. Also, did you know that this is the place where Christopher Columbus died? So it is very impressive to see that. And also, its university is one of the oldest in Spain. So just come to Valladolid, come to Spain.
Nothing gold can stay. We'll be old someday and waste our lives away, waiting for life to get better. Fold or play, we are not okay. We'll waste our lives away, waiting for life to get better.
For me, the poetry that Valladolid confines is that, and that is which is mine, that still resonates through the Castilian line without a smear of bastardry. These verses were dedicated to his hometown Valladolid by the illustrious Spanish poet José Zorrilla. Valladolid is a dreamlike place, full of charm and ideal for enjoying the purity of the Castilian language, as well as its literary tradition, through great writers including Miguel de Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote de la Mancha, and José Zorrilla, the aforementioned poet and writer, author of the famous romantic drama Don Juan Tenorio. As you walk through Valladolid, you find yourself surrounded by magnificent monuments that tell of its glorious legacy. One example is the renowned University of Valladolid, one of the oldest in Spain. Founded in the 13th century, whose architecture is a treasure trove of wealth and wisdom. In the University Plaza, we can see its interesting Baroque facade designed by the Carmelite friar Pedro de la Visitación. On it are various sculptural groups representing allegories of the subjects that were taught in the building. The lions of the university are part of an intriguing urban legend. It is said that any student who dares to count the numbers of the felines on the columns of the university's facade will never finish their studies. Very close to this law school, accessible from the same plaza, stands the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption. It is an unfinished temple due to the lack of financial resources. The building is constructed only up to the transept. From the transept to the apse, only one chapel has been completed on the Gospel side, and also the foundations for its symmetrical counterpart on the Epistle side. For this reason, the building today features three naves, separated by large square pillars that support grand semicircular arches with only 4 sections each, ending in 3 provisional apses built in the 17th century. Noteworthy in the main chapel is the altarpiece by Juan de Juni from the 16th century, installed here in 1922 and originally from the church of La Antigua, as well as the choir stalls from the early 17th century from the church of San Pablo, and the altar with its Baroque silver front from the 18th century. Its robustness and lack of elaborate ornamentation belong to the type of architecture developed by Juan de Herrera in the 16th century. The architect's original project envisioned the construction of 4 towers, but ultimately only 2 were built, and today only 1 remains. This tower stands at 70 meters tall. On top, the immense statue of Christ seems to watch over the city. Very close to the cathedral is one of the most beautiful churches in the city, Santa Maria la Antigua. It was founded at the end of the 11th century in a Romanesque style, undergoing various renovations and styles such as Gothic. Its tower is one of the symbols of Valladolid and is located at the foot of the building. Standing at nearly 50 meters tall, it is currently, along with the tower of the Church of San Esteban in Segovia, the tallest Romanesque church bell tower on the Iberian Peninsula. In addition to La Antigua Church, Valladolid is home to numerous churches with great charm. It is truly worth visiting each one to admire their unique features. The most beautiful ones are the Church of Santiago, the Church of Saint Martin, the Church of the Savior, the Church of San Miguel and San Julián, and the Church of San Benito el Real. The latter is a part of the monastery of San Benito el Real, and its interior is utterly stunning. Another important tourist spot is located around the Plaza de San Pablo, where you'll find the Royal Palace and the Pimentel Palace, residences of kings like Charles I, Philip II, Philip III. King Philip IV was also born here. These were known as royal sites in past centuries. One of the city's most iconic buildings is the Church of San Pablo, and it is also located in the square. It is attached to the College of San Gregorio, whose facade, by the way, is also impressive, and very close to other sites like the National Museum of Sculpture.
So just a few minutes ago we were in the Plaza de San Pablo and watching the Hispano-Flamenco facade of the Church of San Pablo, and just around the corner we found this one. This is the facade of San Gregorio, and it pertains to the Museum of the Sculptures of Valladolid. And I actually cannot decide which one I like better, because the facade of the church, when you look at it at first glance, you go like wow, but then you take the corner and you see this one and you go like wow again. So which one do you think is better? Comment in the comments below and let me know.
It is in the Elizabethan Gothic style, corresponding to late Gothic. It was built between the 1445 and 1616 and belongs to the Dominican order. The most distinctive feature of this peculiar church is its facade, which has an impressive stone altarpiece resembling a grand Gothic entrance, richly decorated with sculptural details. The interior, though more sober, also holds great treasures. It has a Latin cross plan with a wide central nave and two side ones. The Gothic ribbed vault is one of its most prominent features, along with the main altarpiece, which is Baroque in style, with a large number of images and sculptural details representing various religious scenes. The side chapels are more restrained compared to the main altarpiece, but they contain a series of details that enrich the visual experience of the temple. You can't leave this church without seeing the works of the famous Baroque sculptor Gregorio Fernández, among which stands out the figure of the recumbent Christ, a work of great devotion and artistic value.
So we're in the old bullfighting arena in Valladolid, and what is interesting about this place is they preserved the facade of the arena but transformed it into an apartment zone, and it is really calm, a really big contrast, I think, from when the bullfights were taking place here.
Let's go.
Still in the old town, we can enjoy the city's rich cuisine, known for its strong tradition based on quality products from Castilla y León, and its evolution into modern cuisine that preserves classic flavors with innovative touches. The area of tapas and pinchos near the cathedral is ideal for experiencing the lively atmosphere of its streets. Any time of the year, you can indulge in the best and most varied servings on the terraces of the finest restaurants with the good vibes and the glow of the locals. But here is the best kept secret of all time in Valladolid, and I promise you is not a collaboration. Next to the Val Market, a gallery where you can both buy fresh local products and also enjoy the most traditional tapas, there is a small bar called Bar Postal. There you can eat one of the best tortilla de patatas in Spain, one of the most typical dishes of Spanish cuisine. Every time we go to Valladolid, we stop to enjoy their special tortilla. And you can also pair it with a good wine. Remember, we are in a wine country. Shifting completely, we must focus on the city's Plaza Mayor. In it stands the City Hall, which was built at the beginning of the 20th century. The reconstruction of the Plaza Mayor in Valladolid was an exceptional event in the 16th century. Francisco de Salamanca's project marked the first application of modern urban planning concepts in Spain. As an interesting fact, the Plaza Mayor of Madrid and also of Salamanca, dating from 1617 and 1729 respectively, show clear influences from the Plaza Mayor of Valladolid. Very close to the Plaza Mayor is the Gutiérrez Passage, a covered shopping gallery in the city of Valladolid, inaugurated in 1886. It is located between Fray Luis de León and Castellar streets. These types of galleries emerged in Paris as a consequence of the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. The idea of this passage was to create an elegant shopping area intended for Valladolid's upper and middle bourgeoisie. Walking along one of the city's shopping streets, Calle Santiago, we reach the Plaza de Zorrilla, where a beautiful fountain, huge letters with the city name and the backdrop of the Cavalry Academy offer the perfect photo opportunity for any tourist. From this plaza, you can access Campo Grande, the largest urban park in the city, thanks to its more than 11 hectares of land laid out in a triangular shape. The most striking area of the park is around the pond, where you can find a small waterfall with ducks and geese, as well as many other animals like squirrels and a wide variety of birds. The park's most famous inhabitants, however, are the peacocks, which can be seen strolling through the gardens and pathways, proudly displaying their brilliant and colorful feathers.
Nothing gold can stay.
Since the Middle Ages, this urban layout that we call Valladolid bears witness to a glorious past when it was the residence of kings and the epicenter of power. In its streets, important moments in history unfolded, from the death of Christopher Columbus to the celebration of the courts that proclaimed Charles I as King of Spain. Valladolid is a city that, with its great wealth of monuments and its cultural legacy, invites you to lose yourself in its streets, to discover the deep soul of Castile and the heartbeat of Spanish history. In addition, it has the great advantage that although it is a dynamic city full of life, it is still an unknown destination to tourists. My name is Alex Moraras. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, share, and definitely subscribe to find out more amazing places to visit before you come to Spain.
Better.